We're rolling.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Ducanis, and this is my Shark Cage funding pitch. My business is called The Shake Place, and it's a continuation of Sweet Spot Milkshakes, which was founded by Mason Petrosky. Alrighty, so what is the mission and the product for The Shake Place? So our goal is to create a welcoming space where NSU students find community and feel at home. That is the ultimate mission, and the way I plan to accomplish this is through the product, which is handcrafted, old-fashioned milkshakes and sundaes to order. So what is the market? First, our target audience, of course, is going to be NSU residential students and commuters, but also faculty such as professors. I also list staff on there just because working in the business this year, I've noticed that a couple public safety officers during their night shifts when they're on break, they'll actually come out to the business and kind of enjoy a milkshake. So I think that's kind of a unique market there as well, as to appeal to public safety. And then also guests, and when I mean that, I specifically am talking about Shark Preview students and their parents. Just this past Friday, working at the business, I noticed about 5 to 10 Shark Preview students come in and order a milkshake right after Club Nova. So I think that's also an opportunity as well, opening on weekends to kind of appeal to Shark Preview students. Some trends and drivers. Number one, of course, there's going to be a trend toward convenience. Everybody loves convenient, fast food options on campus. And then also a huge driver I've seen is just a lack of desserts on campus. We all know this. A lot of our businesses are kind of targeted toward that this year, which is awesome. Specifically when it comes to ice cream, Outtakes has, like, you know, those pint-sized ice cream, and then also the packaged kind of ice cream bars and sandwiches, but you don't get really fresh kind of handmade blended milkshakes, which I'll be offering. Also, I see a need for relaxed community environments. And what I mean by this is, essentially at NSU, you kind of have two different groups of students. You have one group of students on the weekends that enjoys kind of going downtown to Los Olas or Fort Lauderdale, getting dressed up, kind of going off campus and enjoying their weekend. And then you kind of have this whole other group of students that enjoy kind of just chilling and being on campus and kind of not doing much, maybe studying or hanging out with friends on campus. And so a huge driver I see is to kind of create an environment that welcomes those sorts of students, to have a place where they can kind of congregate and meet together in a safe and welcoming environment, which is what I hope to accomplish through the Shake Place. Oh, I'm so sorry about the font there. So my hours and location, first I'm going to be operating out of the Shark Cage in Mako Hall. I put that on the map so you guys can see with the arrow, and then I also circled the University Center so you can kind of see where Mako Hall is in relation to main buildings on campus. My operating hours are Fridays and Saturdays from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. and then also Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., which is a total of 11 hours operating per week. So some key success factors about the Shake Place. Number one is accessibility. As you can see by the map, Mako Hall is pretty close to the University Center. It's about a 3 to 5 minute walk. And then also, as you guys know, Mako Hall is right by the residential hall area, so students can just easily walk to where my business will be operating. Also, hours of operation. I don't know about you, but when I want a milkshake is later in the evening and at night, so opening those hours I think is a key success factor. And then also on weekends, that's kind of when people are more likely to throw in the towel of their diets and kind of be more likely to splurge on something like a milkshake, so keeping weekends I think is important. Also, a huge key success factor is complementing businesses. So Art Kelly is going to be operating Arthur Eats, which is a late night pizza shop around the same times I have. We're going to have parallel hours. And I believe just those complementing products of pizza and milkshake, when you want to buy, you know, a milkshake, you see a slice of pizza, you're going to want to buy that. You come in, you see a slice of pizza, you're going to buy a milkshake. They kind of go very well hand in hand together. And I believe that's going to drive business to both of us and make us ultimately both more profitable through that. Also, customer service, keeping the customer first is huge, and that's a key success factor. And then lastly, community, and I put this in an exclamation point because it is one of my biggest business strategies this year. And just as a personal example, working in Mason's business, The Sweet Spot, and getting to talk with some of our loyal customers. I talked to somebody just a couple weeks ago, and we sat down, I just kind of asked her, like, what makes this place so special? Why do you come so much? Because she comes just about every single time Sweet Spot is open. And she said, I was like, is it the milkshakes? Like, why do you come so much? And she didn't mention anything about the milkshakes, while they're really good. But she mentioned this is a place where she felt at home. And so that is my main business strategy this year, is to create this place where students can come in. The Shake Place is not meant to be kind of an in-and-out service. While it can be, if you want to grab your milkshake, you can. and just leave. But I really want it to be a place where you stay, you can sit a while, and I've also allocated, as we'll see in my financials, a good chunk of my financial resources to making that space really come alive through lights. It's a 1950s diner vibe, so what I'm going to do is buy like a joystick to hook up into the TV to play like arcade games like Pac-Man and Galaga, and then do a giant Jenga, board games on the tables, things like that. So it's really encouraged for you to kind of just rest and relax and kind of enjoy this community atmosphere, because I think it's what students really want. So it kind of goes beyond the milkshakes, which is why my ultimate mission statement is to develop community. So my competitor analysis, if you all can see, I've listed two main ones, the Magic Cow and Steak and Shake, which both offer milkshakes. They're about a mile away, and they do have very competitive prices. However, the Magic Cow is very small, and it does not get a lot of foot traffic in there, so I'm not too worried about that. And then also Steak and Shake, they do offer competitive prices on their milkshakes, but their service isn't that good, if you guys have noticed. So those two, and then the last two numbers, 3 and 4, Phenomenon and Menchie's, they don't specifically offer milkshakes, but they do offer ice cream very close, but their prices are $6 to $7, which mine will be a lot more competitive than that, around $4 to $5 per milkshake. And then the nearest milkshake bar, which is the closest to what I want to do, is actually 18 miles away, and it's called Holy Shakes, and their shakes are more expensive than mine at $7 per shake. So it says customer loyalty. So besides developing community as my business strategy, my other strategy is to really focus on customer loyalty. The current business that Mason started kind of already has a really awesome customer loyalty base, and it's something I want to personally expand and make even better. Just putting the customer first and choosing to appreciate them a lot. So first way of how I want to do this is create a customer of the month display board where I recognize like one customer per month that really is active and comes a lot, and then I also have this kind of board that I show on the PowerPoint where I want to put a bunch of pictures of just active customers and just appreciate them, because I know I would like to see my face, on a customer appreciation board when I walk in. So I think that would be really awesome. I'm doing a free milkshake raffle throughout both semesters, and then also punch cards. I'm going to do buy 7, get the 8th one free, continuing that. Because our profit margins are really good, I don't have to do buy 9, get the 10th one free, so I think this is just offers more quality and benefit to the customer. Also newsletters, continuing that with my awesome marketing team, and kind of creating newsletters every month or two to kind of recognize what new is going on in the shake place, new flavors, highlighting customers, things like that. And then lastly, I have under customer loyalty the Milkshake Club. This is a term that I kind of coined where it's for our most loyal customers of the Milkshake Club who have either purchased X amount of milkshakes throughout the semester, or they've gone through like 3 or more of our punch cards. You're part of the Milkshake Club where you get like a free milkshake on your birthday, and then you get like free Shake Place swag with maybe a pin or a hat or something like that. So it's kind of like for those customers that are really, really loyal and kind of appreciating them more than just a punch card will do, because I really want to create a good customer base. This says marketing and promotion. So a couple things I want to do. Number one, of course, is have an Instagram. The current Instagram has 144 followers, just expanding that next year. Also, I plan to have a milkshake and pizza combo with Art Kelly's business. We'll be doing maybe like $5 for a milkshake and a slice of pizza, which I think will benefit both of our businesses and really drive people in. So we can kind of have overlapping customers in that way, which I think is really cool. Also, I put a sample promotional flyer where I will put on high traffic areas around campus, and then also put that for my grand opening as well. We'll do $1 off any milkshakes twice per semester and really market that on our Instagram to make sure people come out. And then lastly, special events. This past year we did a 1950s dress-up contest where the winner got a free record player, which I think was really, really awesome and kind of built customer loyalty and promotion that way. Also, I plan on doing National Chocolate Milkshake Day, which is on September 12th, which barely anybody knows about, but kind of doing a promotion regarding that and just kind of sprinkling the semesters with special events to really heighten engagement for the business. So next I have my survey analysis. I sent my survey to around 200 people and I got 150 responses. I really just sent the survey out to see if anything I could change from last year to this year. So the first question I had was, which 3 days do you most crave a milkshake? Not surprisingly, people said weekends, Friday and Saturday night with 95 and 82. And then Monday and Thursday were kind of tied, so I chose Monday with 45%. When do you most crave a milkshake in the day? As you can see, I listed times from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And I kind of circled the highest kind of window, which was from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. I was honestly kind of surprised that more people didn't choose 1 a.m. I thought if I put that on there, that'd be really popular, the later hours. But it seems people still like that kind of 12 a.m. is the latest that I'll be open. Next, how much would you be willing to pay for a milkshake? I listed prices from $3 to $7. Most people, about 50%, said $5, and then $4 coming in close with 25%. So I'll be keeping my milkshakes around $4 to $5 from that survey. What are your top 3 milkshake flavors on the menu? And just working there, I kind of already knew the answer. Most people said cookies and cream at 77%, and then chocolate and vanilla came second. And then kind of all those other specialty flavors like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and birthday cake and coffee came in around like 27 to 30% for that. And then what milkshakes would you like to see on the menu? This is kind of just for me to know what milkshakes I can introduce next year, kind of throughout the semester. A lot of people liked cookie dough, s'mores, and mint chocolate, so I'll be experimenting with those flavors and then kind of incorporating them just to make sure that I'm adding new products and kind of creating change in my business to make sure people keep coming back. So the last section I have is about my financial analysis and my financial statements. My selling price per unit is at $4.63. I kind of averaged out all the flavors we have from chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, which is priced at $4, to the specialty ones at $5. And then people also like mixing flavors, so doing Cinnamon Toast Crunch with caramel tastes really good together, or chocolate cookies and cream. But overall, that came to an average of $4.63. The average cost to make is $1.69, with the most expensive being cookies and cream, which costs $2 to make. Least expensive being vanilla. So my contribution margin is $2.94 per shake, which comes out to a profit margin of 60%. Also, I do want to note too, with all my profit margins of financial statements, I do plan on offering Sundays because it's a lot faster to make. You don't have to worry about blending it. Also, it's cheaper. It's about $1.30 to $1.40 to make for a 2-scoop sundae. But I will be offering that just to keep in mind, but I did want to focus on the main product, which is our milkshakes. So my fixed cost to start off, as you can see, the first 7 rows are blank and you have the total of $525. That is all the material and inventory and supplies I'll be purchasing from Sweet Spot Milkshakes for that total, and then I'll also be adding more things like aprons, decor, and things like that. Also, I do want to mention I have allocated around $300 or more to making that space how I want it, with the community environment that I plan to do with the board games and the gaming control and arcade games and things like that. So the total is going to be $995 for my fixed cost. So my break-even unit, if you divide that fixed cost by the contribution margin, is 339 milkshakes until I break even. And then if you take my fixed costs and you add it to my opening day inventory, that 551 includes all the ice cream I need for opening day to last me about 2 weeks, all the whipped cream, opening day cash, basically everything like that. And then combine them, my total opening day expenses are going to be $1,547. So I want my loan request to kind of have a cushion in there, so I'm going to be requesting officially $1,700 as my loan to start my business. All right, so lastly, I have my monthly projections. What I did to get my projected gross profit, which is that third column, is I averaged out just about how much gross profit the current business makes per week, and then I simply multiplied that weekly number by the total amount of weeks I'd be open per month. I did want to be sensitive just because, as you see in December, it says 0 weeks open because that's Christmas break, so I do not anticipate being open during Christmas break at all. And then also March, as you can see, it's only 3 weeks open because of spring break and midterms and things like that, so I wanted to be very sensitive and conservative as to how many weeks I'd be open. So as you can see, my break-even point is going to be late September to October, so around month 3 or 2.5, I will achieve my break-even point of 339 milkshakes, and then at the bottom of the total net income, you can see I'm at $3,994, which is very conservative as my ending profit for the year. Alrighty, so that concludes my pitch. Here is my contact information as well as my business hours and location, and thank you so much.